we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we'll have the final 2 games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and our home team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there's still...
And we are underway from Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he's able to find Wallace. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 2nd down, Langford. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the gun, they run with Langford. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. back to throw. Touchdown, Chargers! From 6 yards away. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
1 yard gain. Brings up
second and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wallace. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll drop to throw. Try to lay one up deep. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Taken down at the 30. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now here's the option play going left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. He's going to keep this again. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Looking to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now out comes Houston. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that would off the mark. Incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have any options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 18. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be... Here's the option going left on second down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
Houston set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And for the 2nd time this half, on comes a field goal unit here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. We're trailing here the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try to bring this one back to even.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First down now, but that clock rolling. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Part Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
It's caught. Here's Langford. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brent.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. Dances by him. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Langford again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Langford up the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Langford. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Houston's offense taking over again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They run a draw here on 2nd down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone.